It's been 15 years since the EV revolution began in India, but have they really made our lives easier in that time? Are they addressing the modern challenges that we face? Take a look at this. A simple press of a button on the scooter alerts your emergency contacts to your whereabouts. Welcome to your new episode of Launch Alert on PowerDrift, and this is the new Lectrix LXS G. The Lectrix LXS G offers fast charging capabilities, which is something only more expensive scooters offered until now. While the 2.0 needs 2.5 hours to fully charge, the 3.0 fully charges up in 4 hours. You get an 18 amp super fast charger free with either of the LXS G models. A quick charge should give you enough battery to last the day, and the battery, by the way, is detachable. You can take it home and charge it, or charge it at your workplace if you want. Between the boot and the floorboard, Lectrix say there's enough space to store your day-to-day stuff. And there's also a hook that can carry up to 3 kgs of weight. Both scooters come with tubeless tires, and you also get automatic indicators which use the map's data to turn them automatically on or off. That sort of makes your life easier, one turn at a time. Convenience continues with the Lectrix app, which handles a whole lot of functions and can also remotely start up your LXS G. You also have a dedicated SOS button on the switchgear, which no other scooter in India offers you. You can press it to alert your emergency contacts and the scooter's secondary user. And this brings us to safety. The company can track the scooter's battery health and temperature health and predict if any of them might face an issue soon. Based on that data, they reach out to concerned customers to help them prevent potential mishaps. By the way, Lectrix will also service the scooter wherever you have it, office or home. Again, that's quite convenient. Using the app, you can geofence your LXS G and also use the anti-theft immobilization feature if you ever need to. Then there's also the speed lock, which you can use to set a speed limit in case you aren't very comfortable with letting anyone else take a joyride on your LXS G. And if you still run into trouble on the road, just use the app to call for roadside assistance. Okay, we'll come back to the app later. Let's talk about performance. Firstly, both the battery and the motor are IP67 water resistant, and both scooters can climb slopes up to 12 degrees. The 2.0 can do it with a single rider on board, and the 3.0 can do it 2 up. There's also 2 variants of the LXS G. The 2.0 gets a 1200 watt motor and a 2.3 kilowatt hour battery pack. The 3.0 pushes a 1500 watt motor but gets a bigger 3 kilowatt hour battery pack. The range, 98 kilometers for the 2.0, while the 3.0 can go up to 115 kilometers. Usability over outright performance. That's what Lectrix has been aiming for, which is why there are 3 riding modes: Eco, City and Reverse. There's no real overthinking going on here. Top speed, it's 60 kilometers per hour for the 3.0 and 55 for the 2.0. Both scooters get a wide 110 section rear tire. You know, design is subjective, right? It's fair to say that the way these scooters look is down to their ergonomics. There's the long 300mm floorboard and a long seat, so even though it is a small scooter, you should be able to find a fairly comfortable position. And finally, we talk about the features. They're spread between the app and the instrument cluster of both the scooters. The digital cluster gets a distance to empty readout. Apart from the usual stuff, Bluetooth connects your phone to the cluster, after which you can use it for navigation assist and live location tracking of the scooter. You would argue that every electric scooter nowadays has these, but how many of them have a dedicated auxiliary battery to power the cluster and the other electronics? Yep, even if your scooter is low on range, the cluster, it won't make it worse. The battery also powers the Follow Me Home headlamp, which stays lit for 10 seconds after you've parked the scooter, which is convenient if you stay in an area or you're parked in an area where there's not a lot of lighting around you. By the way, if the LXS G you're riding slows down suddenly, it's doing that to cool down the battery. Lectrix say that the LXS G 3.0 and 2.0 are thoughtfully designed and engineered, so you don't have to think twice about using them. Electric scooters have come a long way in terms of making our lives easier and more convenient, and here's a nifty feature you can use in a future update for these. I think the only thing they can't do is probably order me a pizza. But thank you for watching Launch Alert. If you have any more questions, drop them in the comments below. Stay subscribed and see you again soon.